And you guys know that I used to write a telecom connection newsletter for 5 or 6 years. I actually ran the wholesale division at a company that just filed to go public last week, Broadview Networks. Yep. Joining me now is Brett Diamond to talk about the state of the telecom industry. Brett, what's the name of your firm?
Our firm is Cadre Partners. We're a telecom management company based out of New Jersey, and we're also a telecom brokerage house.
How the heck do you spell Cadre?
C-A-D-R-E.
All right, so
there you go.
When you guys are out there, you're reselling services from companies like AT&T and Broadview and Verizon, and you guys go into smaller enterprises and try
medium to large size companies. Yeah, we'll work with a little bit of the Fortune 5000 as well, really helping them make sense of the telecom that they have right now, because there's been a lot of mergers and acquisitions that have been going on, and really kind of deciphering what they have.
All right, and so when you guys go through and you parse through all of their things, all of their connections, their internet capacity, how many phone lines they've got, when you pull it out, how much are you cutting costs for these people?
On average, actually, the larger the company, the more savings there is, because they really don't know a lot of times what they have. But on average, 25 to 35, 38%.
All right, so let's go down that line. Is pricing in telecom continuing to drop, say 5, 10, 30% year over year for your voice lines, for your internet access?
You know what? It went through such a large decline in price in the early 2000, 2001, 2002, and it's kind of plateaued a little bit since then, only because infrastructure costs are going up as new technology comes out. So these companies can't give their stuff away for free anymore for a penny a minute.
What is going on out there with the AT&Ts and the Verizons? And when you actually step back and look at what I'd like to know, I always say that the cable companies and the telecom companies are both doomed, because we're all going to be pulling our content from a pure internet kind of connection. But I want to look out and say 2, 3 years. AT&T, Verizon, which stock is at 50, which one's at 30? Right now they're both around, say, in the high 30s, low 40s.
I like them both, because quite honestly, what Verizon is doing and what AT&T are doing, I said last time on the show, in my opinion, is going to really hurt the cable companies, because they have the infrastructure, they have the geographic region to deploy their services. So the cable companies aren't going to be able to compete on a mass market basis. They've got the advertising, they've got the money, they've got the deep pockets. AT&T is sitting on billions of dollars in cash. Did that dividend back to their shareholders, and at the same time they're deploying this network that, even if they can't take the cable companies out of business, or if they can't lessen the cable companies' stronghold on that environment, they're deploying this network that's fiber to the house. So if internet services is the way that people are going to get their TV service later on for free or download that content, AT&T is already deploying the network, so they're either going to get the cable or get the deployment.
I don't see AT&T deploying that fiber all the way the way that Verizon does, and I think AT&T is running into a problem. I think you actually step back, and whether you're talking about their wireless ventures or you're actually talking about the wireline side of the coin, Verizon's been plowing tens of billions already into those networks. They're so far ahead of everyone else in this country. I sort of see them as the de facto standard. They all have lots of downside
risk. And watch Quest as well. Quest is a low
Quest going to come back?
Quest is going to come back.
Going to hit double digits in the next year or two?
Quest will be at 15 to 18 by the end of 2009.
You are on track. I'll short you that one.
Anytime.
Guys, we'll be right back with so much more Happy Hour.